This is Sire Forte. Keys to the universe.
When you're a pawn and you move to the knight and you move to the rook, those are all stages when you're learning.
This is Sire Forte. Keys to the universe.
Men shouldn't move in with a woman. So I'm going to try to break this down to you so you don't feel offended and you'll have an understanding of where I'm coming from, why this is like, a negative move for the male and the female. This is how it works, okay? If you have a man and you have a female, all right, and the female she has her own place and she's taking care of all her bills and this, that, and the other. So I know what you're thinking, like, I'm independent and this, that, and the other, but you move a male into your world. And normally, this man that you move into your house, of course he moves into your house because he doesn't have a house of his own. So the reason why this is taboo is because of these several reasons. Number one, you're the captain of your own ship, okay? Especially the longer that you are that captain, the more unlikely you are to submit to somebody in your house. And you're going to be like, well, why do I have to submit? Because, that's the nature of things. The male, in order to be happy, is the dominant one, and he has the control of certain aspects of life, just like a female has control of certain aspects of life. That's just the law of the universe. It has nothing to do with the laws that man made, but just natural, universal laws. This is how it's set up. So now I'm going to break it down to you like this. If that man moves into your house and he is supposed to take over or run the household, one, you're not going to let him, simply because you've been the captain and he never had a ship. So you're never going to really trust him to be the man that he is. Then over a period of time in the beginning, yeah, it's going to be like, great, all right, this is my dude, he helps me with my bills, this, that, and the other. But over a period of time, you will lose respect for him because he will lack all the real features of a man. And as you get older, you'll start seeing those men pop up. And then you'll look at him and you'll start being like, resentful for him. So if we look at on the other aspects, I don't want people to think that I don't think men and women should get together or even a man and a woman should marry. I'm just saying in order to do that and try to be successful about it, there has to be certain rules that you have to follow. Like for instance, if a man has his own house and he moves a woman into his house, this is what you have to look at. First of all, the man is established. He has a foundation. He has his own house. He has his own background. He has his own car. He has his own ability to pay his bills and sustain his so-called domain or kingdom, however you want to spin it. All right. Now, knowing this, he can have anybody in his house. In fact, there's going to be a plethora of females knocking at the door. This is a given because he's a real man, and that's what men attract women. So, in order for him to actually move you into his house, he has to really be down for you. Why else would he do it? It'd be like shooting himself in the foot. Think about it. That's one reason. Number two, in order for you to move your possessions into this man's house, then obviously you truly trust this man. And when I say trust him, I'm not just talking about, he's not going to cheat on you, this, that, and the other. That's the smallest thing. Trusting him that he will be there to help you create something. You to help him create something. To build a foundation. He already is going to take care of it. There's no man that I know that has his own house that's going to let that go. Period. So if you come across a dude and he's quick to jump into your house like, yeah, oh yeah, I'll move in with you, you know, this, that, and the other, it's not a real man. I hate to tell it to you like that. It's not. Now, if you trust this man enough to move into his house for him to take the lead, how hard is it, you know what I'm saying, to get married? I mean, that's the establishment. You have trust in him. He already showed you the foundation. Now you're going to create children if you have children or not. If you already have a child, you know what I'm saying, you had to trust him enough for him to, you know what I'm saying, be in that environment. So then, like, the next step is a lot easier than it's not. So that's for all the females that were kind of upset about me saying that a man can't move in with a woman. I still stand by that, but now you understand why. If you have a man that has his own house, his own background, you truly do have a man. All right, now then it's up to you if you want to be with that man. Because how the rules of nature work, the woman has the choice. She picks who she wants. Then the man decides if he wants her or not. That's what it is. You know, that's the whole courtship. You know, when somebody comes and they take you out on a date, and you know they get to know you, such and such, then it's up to you. You're allowed to date as many men as you want to. Date as many men as you want to. That's called courting. And then, like, when you choose the one that you want to be with, then that's because you found everything out you possibly thought you could about the man. And that takes time. That's not like, you know, within a week. You know, some women don't believe that, but that's just what it is. So if you're feeling some type of disgruntled type of way, because I said a man should never move in with a woman, that's the reason why. And at this point, if you are a woman that has a man that moved in with you, I know you understand exactly what I'm talking about. All the bros that live with their girl, I know you got thrown out I don't know how many times. So do the math. If you follow a couple of these steps on how to get to the king level, it starts off, you know, when you're the pawn, and basically a lot of niggas stay the pawn for a long time. But when you're the pawn, then you move to the knight, then you move to the rook. Those are all stages when you're learning, you know what I'm saying? When you become a knight, that's when you have your own car and transportation. This should be around, you know what I'm saying, between 16 and 20. Between 20 and 26, that's when you should be working on a rook position. That means establishing your own house and foundation. And then after you got all that put together, that's when you move into the bishop position. That's when, you know, you start understanding how the universe works around you, your immediate environment, and how it benefits you to the best that you can from the material that you have. And then once you reach that, you get to the king status, that's when you find your queen. And if you follow all these little steps, you'll have a house. You understand you would never move in with a woman, and you'll be prepared to take care of business. Well, that's another episode here, Sire Forte. Send some comments, let me know what you think, and look for the next one next week.
This is Sire Forte. Keys to the universe.